Hi, boys. Hey, boys. How you guys feeling?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
We have taken it upon ourselves to watch all the Star Wars movies before Rise to cap it off. And I, for one, am very excited. I love Star Wars. Yeah?
Yeah.
You do love Star Wars.
Okay, awesome. I'm glad you guys agree.
It's like the Force told us that.
Wow.
The Force is with us.
Today. Because we're watching every Star Wars, right, Alex?
That's right. We decided to watch them in canonical order, which means we watched the prequels first. So how about we get started
The prequels.
with the beautiful, beautiful prequels.
Aww. Makes me so happy.
I can't speak for you guys, but these were like my childhood movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like there's going to be so much bias and nostalgia for this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I just grew up with them.
It kind of has to be when you're... Let's see, it came out 2005, so I was 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I grew up on these, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
It's like you can't judge it from a fair point, you know?
Yeah, I'm always going to love them regardless of what I think now.
Well, it's like that plus Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
Plus Battlefront on the PlayStation 2.
And the music just ties on every single
The visuals.
Star Wars ever.
Yeah, it's a very special
franchise.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with the beginning? The Phantom Menace. What do you guys think about watching it? I personally, out of the gate, I think this is my least favorite one, maybe.
This one's your least favorite?
I think so. But I was very honestly surprised of how much I did like it.
I was very happy watching this one. I think this one's my second favorite.
Yeah.
Out of the 3. Mainly because of Qui-Gon, because I feel like he ties everything together really well. He's kind of like the cool guy at a party where when he leaves, it's like, oh man, why are we still here?
Yeah, I'm probably with you, Alex. Out of the 3, this is probably my least favorite one.
Yeah. But like, some of it aged well. The pod racing scene is like really good.
Yeah, it's still amazing.
Yeah.
Still amazing.
I think the ending sequence is pretty fun still with Maul.
Yeah, the lightsaber battle between Maul and
Very
stuff
cool
is still
still.
a wonderful fight scene.
Yeah, but oh boy, did little Anakin.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be a trending theme throughout all these movies. It's Anakin. But,
I guess just the plot and the characters in general, it lays like some framework, but like no one's really that interesting to me right out of the gate.
Yeah. Like, the only reason it's interesting is because you know where they end up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, if you didn't have any of that context, this would be like, what the heck is happening?
I was trying to burp. I had a lot of Pepsi.
Even worse than I remember. It has aged so badly to the point where every scene is either completely laughable or makes no sense. Might actually be worse than Attack of the Clones. Although it's still like choosing if dog piss or cat piss is nicer. At the end of the day, they're both still piss.
That first sentence is like the line.
Worse than I remember?
No, not worse than I remember. Sorry.
Oh.
The second one.
The second line.
The second line.
Aged so badly.
To the point where everything is completely laughable or makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe not makes no sense. Funny. Laughable. A lot of this is very funny.
Yeah, it's just like so on the nose and like with the drama. They're all silly and they're all goofy and like that is what they are at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So picking like one better than the other is like...
But there is a clear winner here. And Josh, do you think Attack of the Clones is the best one of the trilogy?
No.
No.
This one's the worst.
Oh, shoot.
This is the absolute worst.
Really?
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle for me, too.
Yeah.
There's so much of Anakin and Padme.
Yeah,
There's
God.
so much.
I said it during the movie, but this movie is like so almost like good with Obi-Wan and like him doing like his Camino stuff and exploring the clones and the big mystery.
It's so cool.
And then he just goes to Geonosis and that's it. But it's interweaved with Anakin and Padme and just the worst love story I've ever seen on film.
It's
the worst.
It spends so much time developing their love story, but it still moves so fast.
Yeah.
And they're just in love. like right away.
They get
Even though
married.
half the movie is dedicated to them.
Yeah. They get married after like 2 dates, basically.
Right? They hadn't seen each other for I don't know how long the difference is. I think 10 or 5 years. And then they meet. They go to Naboo, have a pair, and then they make out. And it's like, what?
Yeah, that scene where they first kiss, he's like, I shouldn't have done that. Or what was it? That was like,
Literally anything out of this Anakin's mouth is just like, I have the power, but I don't choose to use it. I'm better than Obi-Wan. It's like the cringy, creepiest thing I've ever seen.
I mean, Hayden Christensen doesn't do the character any justice either.
He's a silly boy. We've talked about this earlier, but one thing that I think would have made this a lot better is if Anakin actually had somewhat of an interest in being a Jedi. The one thing that he was interested in as a child, the reason why he left his home was to become a Jedi, and then he's just shitting on what's his name? Obi-Wan fucking Kenobi. I don't know. He just like shits on him and like everything about the Jedis. I don't know.
He immediately like does the worst thing you could do as a Jedi and like marries a girl. It's like, are you really up for this, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like,
it's his art. Yeah.
I don't know. The interesting thing with this movie is that I kind of zoned in and I was really into the plot. Like, as crappy as it was at some parts, like, I was still just trying to like read between the lines and like, I'm like, I know what you're going for, and you know what? It's okay.
Right?
You're
like,
right.
That's why I do still like this movie, is because it like has the groundwork, but you really have to like dive in to make it all seem and make sense. Because the Jedi suck. They're the worst. And this movie like illustrates it so poorly, but the stuff it shows you, you're like, oh, okay. And then you can kind of imagine it more in your head. And it does good at that. And I think it does way better in the third movie with the Jedi's bad stuff. Like, I think it does better, not perfect, but I don't know. The ending of this movie is
cool.
Not as good as I remember.
What happened at the end?
Then it was with all the clone war, clones going to Geonosis and
that
the
part's
Jedis.
fine. Yeah.
It was
like,
there's no build up for me. Like everyone's just like, we're all in the sand, and I'm like, wait, how did this happen? Like, I don't know, just like didn't really feel smooth how everything came together.
And I remember being like, oh, Dooku's so cool. His battle in the end is so awesome. It's maybe one of the worst things I've seen in Star Wars.
That's the worst Star Wars fight. That's absolutely the worst.
Yeah, the cinematography and everything is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Next movie, the best one.
The best one.
Who'd have thought, right?
Revenge of the Sith.
I actually genuinely think this movie is pretty good.
No. This movie's very silly.
Yeah.
But it was so intense for me. And I was just like watching it and I'm just like, oh crap, this is so cool.
Like the opening shot, you're already like,
whoa,
what the heck is this?
Dude, it slowly goes into everyone going into battles. That's the coolest opening in Star Wars. I love it so much.
It's really good.
I remember watching it as a kid. I'm like, yes,
It's literally like
the fun begins.
It's literally like bait, right? It's like, everybody didn't like the story heavy stuff of the first two. Let's just bait people with like cool action scenes, cool designs, Grievous, and like just a million cool set pieces.
Yeah.
Like every set in this movie is like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the world building, dude.
And it helps that all the plot of this movie is just tying the threads that the other two movies hit, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's a finale in almost every regard.
Yeah.
With all the characters and stuff. And as like shitty as like all of the arcs and development of these characters was, the payoff was fine. Yeah. Like it wasn't like it didn't blow my mind, but it was so entertaining.
Yeah.
Like the best music in this one, and like CGI is not bad.
No, the version we watched is really good actually.
Yeah.
Anakin, sure. I could get down with Anakin in this one.
Yeah, he's a little like he goes way too fast, right? Like how we were saying in the first one and the second one where he's like, I want to be a Jedi, I don't really care. And then in this one he immediately switches to the dark side, like in a second. And like I think that's fast, but the scene of him and Palpatine watching Blitzball is like, it's actually really cool and interesting, and you're like, whoa.
That's like the best scene of like with like that's the best like character scene for Anakin, like for him slowly being drawn to the dark side, because it's like he's like planting little seeds in him. He's like, if you want to save her,
Dude.
But he's not saying it.
Palpatine knows how to like find his weakness.
Yeah.
Like he already knows right off the bat, and he's playing Anakin's weakness from like the first time they met, which is just
The first time.
It was cool. And like Palpatine was really cool in this movie and very interesting.
Yeah, we didn't mention it throughout the other two, but like in whatever the last movie's called in the original trilogy, Palpatine is like cool, but he doesn't get a lot. Mm-hmm. This trilogy gives him a lot and makes him like a goofy, but like a second later he'll just murder you sense. And it's like he is so much. He is such a good character, and I love seeing him. The bottom line from what I get from people hating the prequels is just Anakin. I think there's a lot of good in this movie, but just with Anakin stuck in the middle of every single one, and he has to be there, like muddles it down a ton, right?
They have all the right pieces. It's just the way they arrange them, I think.
Yeah.
It's just, there's so much potential. That's what we've been saying this whole time. There's just so much potential to make it better. Mm-hmm. And Anakin obviously is a huge part of that. Even the bad scenes were very fun to make fun of, you know? It's an interesting mix of like very cheesiness, but also really cool parts. So it kind of just makes it a really fun watching experience.
Super entertaining.
Especially with friends that have been growing up with this.
And then we're just going to quote it for the rest of the year because it's the most quotable thing ever.
You will try.
Yeah. Real quick, lightning rounds. We're wrapped up. Here we go. Best Anakin.
3. Actually, number
3.
1.
Number 1?
Get the fuck out of
So
here.
bad. I love it. It's so
He is really bad in 1. I think 1 too.
Yeah. Okay, character-wise, 3.
Acting-wise,
Number
3 also. I think he does a lot better job in 3. Yeah.
But entertainment, number 1.
Yeah.
I hate that kid.
Any word that comes out of that kid's mouth is hilarious. Same with 2, actually, but 1 he's cute, and 2 is just...
Number 2 is fucking creepy.
You guys are weird. You guys are crazy.
We have the whole range of Anakin. It's hard to choose one.
The spectrum of Anakin.
Oh my goodness. Favorite character from the prequels?
Is that Baby Yoda?
No, that's just Yoda. That's a baby picture of Yoda, but it's not
like his high school pic?
Yeah, it's not actually like Baby Yoda. That's just Yoda.
Sorry, what was the question?
What's your favorite one? Who's your favorite character?
Obi-Wan.
I'd probably say Obi-Wan or Chancellor Palpatine. But I really like Obi-Wan.
I would say Grievous, but I'm going to go Palpatine.
Yeah.
Literally everything he said, I just honed in, and I thought it was just like so interesting. Because even in the Phantom Menace, everything he says is just like, he's just being coy with everyone.
It's interesting because he's playing a good guy and a bad guy. So he has to really walk that line, and everything that he says is true, but it's like, yeah.
No, he's a wonderful villain. I really like him a lot.
God bless George's soul, but like...
Just remake them.
I would love if they remade these. Yeah.
JJ,
do it.
JJ.
This is your call to action.
If you're watching, JJ,
I got you on speed dial. Do it. Come on, man.
I'll call you. I'll do it, bro.
Dude, don't make me.
hello?
Hi there, guys. George!
Honestly, get Ryan Johnson in on this.
He's already doing his own trilogy.
Yeah. Time to not watch these for the next 5 years.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to watch these next, but I don't know if you'll be... I don't know if you'll be getting... I don't know if you'll get a review of Rogue One or Solo. But we're also planning on...
We're also... Keaton,
Well, okay, guys. Let us know in the comments what your favorite prequel is, and tell us who your favorite character is also. But that's going to be it, boys. Any final thoughts, words?
Dude, it's like Revenge of the...
Oh, yeah. You're going down a path I cannot follow. I can follow this path.
The Last Jedi sucks.
Okay.
I didn't mean that.
The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars movie, and that is not a joke. I think that.
I was dude, stop.
It's
I was
the best
just
one. It's the
joking.
best
Get
one.
off, bro.
What do you think, Zach?
I like Star Wars.